Hi guys, so today we're going to try out this new set that Die Press has brought to HS, and it is the Find Joy Stamp, Die, and Embossing Kit. So let's open this guy up. So they did send these items free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So let's check this out. I love that there's like that longer border there. Let's see what we have here. And again, I update the links as far as some items may be available, some may not be available quite yet, but they'll always be updating in the description box there. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. Some embossing folder. Look at that one. So cute. If you just want to add a little accent here and there on some paper or something. I'm just trying to sort these. And then there are dies and stamps. So we have all these guys, and then we have the marquee folder again. You can run these thin metal dies through any machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies, but it's always nice to get that marquee folder for sure. Let's open this guy up. And we have our stamps. Love the colors on the carriers there. And then these are the dies, so hope you can kind of see it cuts like the sentiment type things. But let's look at the inspo sheet to see a little more about this set here. So we have this beautiful mandala embossing folder. We have like a little wreath, a little flourish, the butterfly is showing at the beginning, little like a bouquet of flowers, a doily, that longer lace border, and then another butterfly. And then we have like the stamp that says like, you mean the world to me, or wish you were here, celebrate the little things. Then you can cut it with that die. Oh happy day on that one. Obviously you can put whatever else would fit, but right now they're showing the oh happy day. This one's really cute with the, like the little banner or tag, and then it says find joy in every day, and so you stamp a couple different things, and then you have the die to cut that. Lots of little sprigs and cute little stamps to help you flesh out your design. And life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Thank you, sending all my love. And they're just showing you some examples here of how you might want to style that. And what you're seeing here, as far as these guys, it's like fussy cut, right? If it's cut out from the paper from the embossing folders. So let's check those out. Okay, so we have the stamps. Again, stamp and die, obviously they're different because you stamp like this and then you cut the die, but really, really cute. And we pretty much ran through all of them there, but hello, thanks. Again, there's that find joy in every day. Really, really cute. And then some of the other sentiments over here. Really nice size. And then the dies. And I'll give you a quick idea of how big the dies are as far as what they might cut. Why do every single time I grab this, it faces the wrong way? Like 2.5-ish, a little bit smaller than that. By like 1 3/4 inches wide. This guy is about 3.5 inches wide, and you know, just over 2.5 inches by like 2.5 in the other direction. I'm just looking at the edges there. And then again, you have your folders. So like this folder, I was gonna say it looks like it's about 4 inches, but it's 3 3/4 inch folder. Obviously the design is gonna be a little bit smaller than that because it's inside of that folder. 2 and 3, well, no, 2 and 3/4. And like this guy's a little bit smaller, coming in at like 1.5, almost 2 inches, sorry, by 1.5. And then from there you have these different ones, and then this big lace border guy. And the design itself goes to like 8.5 inches, and it is almost 1.5 inches wide. I would say 1 3/8 or so. So what I'm going to do is grab some papers, a card base, and we will get started. Let's create a card base. I'm going to go with a 4x6. Why not? I'm trying to have fun with my card sizes in these tutorials with different sizes. So I have a card base here. This was actually a 6-inch card, and all I did was cut it at 4 inches. So I cut the last 2 inches off. But if you're making your own, obviously you want it to be 6 inches tall, 8 inches wide, and scored at 4 inches. So that's 4x6. And I'm gonna grab this gorgeous paper from the greenery kit. That'll be really fun. And I'm just gonna matte layer that. So 5 7/8 of an inch tall, by 3 7/8 inches wide. If you don't like 8s, maybe 5 3/4 by 3 3/4 would work for you. So something like that. Let's see. Okay. And to play with the embossing folders, actually I'll just go ahead and glue that down right now. I think what I'm going to do is use that longer border one so we can see how that one works out, and then just run it down the center, and then we'll do one of the sentiments with the dies. So I'm going to put this on here. Now I was just going to go with white paper because, you know, the lacy look, but maybe we should go with something else just to make it pop, because we have white card, white background, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go through this paper pack. I think there's a piece that's either like a solid coral or something like that, but I'll be right back. One. And if I use this, I want to see kind of how thick the design is, because my idea is just to use a strip of paper, and I mean, you can cut around this, you know, scallop, but I think it's just as well just to leave it by itself. So either we can measure the whole thing, like say, you know, this is 1.5 inches wide. And so let's make a strip that's 3 inches wide, but I don't want to cover too much of the background. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of look at the actual design. Let's make our paper 2 3/4 inches wide. I know that's just 1/4 of an inch less, but you know. So I'm gonna trim this down 2 3/4, and I'm gonna leave it that way because if I end up trimming some off, that's fine. But for right now, I want it at least 2 3/4 inches wide, and we'll go ahead and make it 6 inches tall, but I might trim it down also. So let's just go to 6 inches. Okay, on the back side is this cute little cactus, but let's see. Okay, so hopefully we did some good numbers there. So, oh, perfect. Okay, it's the same, you know, the way it's divided up, it's just exactly the same, the design from the top bottom to bottom to the top. So what I'm going to do is, actually, if we split the difference, because see how here where it ends my design, it's just kind of off, and then up here it's a perfect scallop. So what I'm going to do is kind of split that difference, just because that's what I like to do. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and, you know, leaving myself a little bit of edge on the side here. That looks good. So it's kind of a little bit of scallop left here and a little bit of scallop left there, right? So let's pop that in. And if you don't want to deal with that like what I was just doing, then just leave your paper the whole 8.5 inches, run the whole thing, and then just cut it wherever you like, right? Wherever you think makes sense. Aw, so look, a very soft impression there. Cute for the background, I think. Oh, and then also this paper is white coarse. If you wanted to scrub on there, you can definitely do that. I know it's picking up. There we go. Okay, so on this other side, I'm just going to turn it, and my idea was just to run it back through on the other side. Maybe get a little bit closer. That way, if I can cut some of this off, I will, right? Because I want it to be showing more of the background paper. So for right now, what I'm trying to do is kind of eyeball where the other one was, where I might put this one, just so it's a little bit even. Yeah, as straight as I can get that. I think that'll be cute. Well, as you can see, it's not straight because I can see at the bottom it's a little bit off. So let's bring that this way a little bit. Okay. And whatever that little extra bit is, and oh, sorry, when I run it through here, I'm just holding it because I don't want my paper to shift too much, clearly. That's why I was taking the moment to make sure it was where I wanted, and then you don't want to just let it go and possibly move on you. Oh, look how cute. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. So, pretty good. And so what I'm going to do is just take some guillotine and just cut a little bit of this off because I just want it to be really nice and just fit there. And you know what? I'll probably go ahead and leave it the full 6 inches. Why not? So, I'm going to trim off just a little bit of that and we'll continue. There we have our little texture. Cute. I'm just going to stick it down. But again, since this is white core, you can definitely run a what's it called? A nail buffer over that. Oh, cute. I was going to say, the design, I don't know if you can see, it pushes in the little flowers, right? They're pushed in. So on the back side, they're out. So if you like, it's basically debossing. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can definitely flip it and use the other side if you like. I'll run it through the other way, you know. Okay, let's see. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to grab some paper so we can stamp, and I'll be right back. Before I did that, I was like, oh, I can kind of put this little guy in there. How about the little banner? Of course, if you're looking for a specific thing, you're going to choose that by your sentiment, right? Celebrate the little things. Sorry about that. I heard a lot of noise out there. Wish you were here. You mean the world to me. I mean, there's just lots of cute things to pop in there. So I'll probably do this, guys, so we can have a little banner. And then I thought, well, to finish this off in the background, maybe I'm going to grab some ephemera from this pack. So I'm just going to look through and see what I think I can tuck back there. And actually, this being here, I can kind of design that, you know what I'm saying? It can help me think about what it is that I want to put back there. And I'll be right back. A couple things that might work there for us. And so I'm just going to grab this scrap of paper. Maybe I'll use this one underneath the banner, maybe this one, we'll see. But I like the way that looks. And so I am just going to stamp this guy in black ink. And leave myself some room for the die, but I'm pretty sure I don't need that much room, but there we go. And then we can stamp in a whole host of colors, our sentiment, because there's a lot of colors going on in the background there. Cute. And let's do celebrate the little things. So again, it has this little bit of curve, so you're just going to pop it in here, bring it closer to your eyeballs if you need to, as I do, and I'm just going to kind of see where that is going. So I know I'm stamping that really well. So it looks good. Pretty much centered left and right also. What I do when I'm doing that is I'm looking at the stamp. You can see how the stamp kind of divots in a little bit. You know, there's, if you're looking at, oops, sorry, from this side, it looks a lot thicker, but so you're looking at the little pointiness of the letter, right? So the G, you know, looks like it's kind of out here, but it really is just inside of here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at when I'm lining things up. Oh, you know what? Let's bring back some of that bluish teal in the background. You know what? Maybe that's... Let me grab a teal color. I'll be right back. I would say that color is a little more sage than it is teal, but this will be pretty. So let's go with this guy. And again, these are acrylic stamps, so just firm, even pressure. You don't want to squish too hard. And then you have that perfect impression there. Lovely. Okay, let me go ahead and make an aperture. And what that means is I'm just going to run this through, and I'll probably run it through with a color that I would like to coordinate. Oh, let's get this out of here so it's not sticking to that. Because you can see through here, but if you really want to make sure you're right on the money, it's better to make it a little aperture. And let me see, I have this scrap of paper here that might work for us, so that'll be good, but it's right on there. I mean, this is just the smallest aperture, guiding aperture for us. So I'm going to... You're looking to make a hinge, so where should I hinge this? Maybe here. Okay, I'm gonna run this through the machine. Just gonna trim that away, and I'll be right back. This piece, and like I said, I might drop shadow with that piece, so that's why I ran it with a color that would coordinate. I'm gonna hinge this open, and from there, you don't remove it. You just leave it that way so you can see where you would be cutting. And you have that awesome banner there. That looks really nice. Make sure this falls right back in the same groove. Tape that down. Add yourself plenty of tape. Now with the marquee, of course, you can just kind of hold on to it also, and that really helps out. But you know, if it shifted a little bit when you're taping down, you just want to make sure it goes right back in that same spot. And then we can remove this, and this is probably done. Look at that. I might get a little bit of the paper from before. See that little blueness? There you go. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so let me put these things away. We'll put our card together. Picked out these little birds because I love them so much. And then, you know, I didn't glue this together yet because I don't know if I want it this way or maybe this way. I'm thinking it's probably that way. And then, like, under here I chose this purple one at first, but maybe I'll do the pink ones or maybe neither one. So we'll see. Something like that, just to add a little something else, or maybe not even, to be honest. I kind of like that too. Okay, so let's glue those together in the way that I was envisioning here. I really like the look of this banner stamp. It's very cute. It's like really rustic, but done really well. Aww. Yeah, so maybe we're just gonna do that, and then we'll have the banner kind of popped up on dimensionals. Yes, that'll be cute. Okay, let me get some dimensionals on that. And like I said, I had brought these out because I thought, well, you know, you can start back there and you have a little something else coming down. And we could have done that and had some behind them. However you like to play with those. I'll be right back. This guy back. So let me see. And I have one other thing I was thinking just to, and I love that kind of sticking out there. Maybe I'll cover it up just a little bit more. No, I kind of like that. I'll bring it up a little higher so you still see a little bit more of it. And then I brought these guys over because I think this will be really fun. And let's use these, this little mustardy color. Why not? So the way I like to do these things is like a larger one and then a couple smaller ones. This is really on there because it has glue, you know, the glue is all around. So let's put that guy there, and then I go with like a next smaller one and like the small guy. And then we'll do the same thing up here. They're very like translucent. And again, these are also in the same ephemera kit there. Those guys are really, really stuck on. There we go. This way. Oh, out here maybe. Okay, fine. Just kind of try to echo what I did before. And like opposite corners there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much Diane Press for sending these items for review. Really sweet kit. Just adorable, the different sentiments and things that are in there. So I'll have some images for you guys, links as appropriate in the description box, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.